Next on the easel is a blush pink tiered tulle skirt. I'm so excited to add in my new Bohemian Brights colors as well as some metallics. And I don't know, I'm not really sure what else will make its way onto this skirt, but I'm ready to get it. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is grab my favorite brush from Paint Pixie called the Caddy. Then I'm going to grab Passionate, which is one of the new Bohemian Bright colors from DIY that I curated. I have poured the color out onto my palette, and I'm just going to make some wide pink strokes. We're just going to get the color on there for right now. I have no pattern in mind, but what I do have is colors in mind, and we're going to load it up full of pinks first. Now I have two colors on here. I added Spirited. Spirited is that chartreuse color, okay? I'm gonna actually spray a little water because I want this to kind of be my background color, okay? Then I'm gonna lay it on the table and I'm gonna make some smaller brush strokes with some brighter, different contrasting colors. It's gonna be good, it's gonna be good. Okay, so a little bit of water. Now this is tulle, so it's not going to react the way that it would on regular fabric, but I still want it softened. I still want it to stay wet. And then we will lie it down on the table and spread it out a little bit further. All right, so we have this laid down on the table, and I'm going to use my wash brush from the Turquoise Iris. It's a 1 inch. And I'm going to actually make marks in the opposite direction and circles as the other. Because my tulle is in layers, I need to make sure, look at this delicious color. I'm right over the Spirited, and I'm just gonna do little curved moon-like shapes. Start from the top and work down. Just needs to look like it's totally loosely. I think we've mastered that, right? It definitely looks loosely painted. Yeah, just get the color on there, okay? All right, just a little recap. It's the next day, the skirt is dry on the front, but I really what you have to do is you have to pull all the sections apart because of course the tulle sticks, right? Okay, so I'm not looking for perfection, guys. I'm looking like confetti, the tulle skirt. I'm trying to create something that's just completely, totally fun and casual. And if I feel like putting on a cute skirt for a painting, I can just wear this and not worry about if anything gets on it, right? So we have this. I'm going to review the colors with you, and then I'm going to flip it around and finish the back side today. Let it dry overnight, and tomorrow I should have the skirt ready for photographing. Nothing perfect there, just fun. If I feel a little, I don't know, I may have to think about throwing a little turquoise or blue on here. I don't know, I'm not sure yet. But let's review the colors before we go on to day 2. I used 4 different colors from the Bohemian Bright collection that I curated for DIY paint. So we have all 3 of the pinks. There's Unbridled Love, Passionate, and as well as Adored Chaos. The yellow, the chartreuse, is what you see poking out of here. So bright, so happy, and looks great with the pink. Now the metallic. Those are 2 colors from Paint Pixie. It's called their Liquid Pixie Dust, and I used New Penny and Blush. And in the video, you saw me just kind of twirling the color around. I came in here before I went to bed because it was still wet, and that's when I pulled the tulle apart. So I was pulling all the sections apart so it didn't really get too stuck. And then that way, this morning when I came in here and it was completely dry, there wasn't as much to pull apart. The first time I did these skirts, I've done 7 already, I had a really hard time, and in a couple of places I actually tore the tulle because I waited several days for it to dry and then tried to pull it apart. Don't do that. Everyone would agree that this is not a complex project. This isn't difficult. The tricky part could be how to actually wear a skirt like this. So I'm going to give you 3 different ways that I would style this skirt, and I think you could too. I always hear that age is just a number. So the older I get, 46 this week, I'm figuring out that is so true. And if I want to wear a tulle skirt, I never did that when I was younger, I'm going to wear a tulle skirt.